Hey there everyone, that sexy nerd is back again, and we're here with the Garfield movie that nobody knew about. Yeah, I saw this thing once and I thought it actually came out in the theaters, but apparently not. I'm sure he's not going to be very kind to this movie, but who knows? He might have actually really liked it. I did not see any review that he's done on it, and I didn't see anybody's freaking review on this movie. Kind of like just disappeared. Again, I had thought it already came, that it was still about to come out, but apparently not. So that's all I got to say about that. I like Garfield. Anything that doesn't have Bill Murray voicing him, and yeah, I still have to watch those two. What is it, Garfield reviews he's done? But hey, I've at least watched the Christmas special, so that was at least good. Not much to talk about. Well, why don't we get into the video? And remember, please smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content, and subscribe if you think I deserve it. And remember, sign up for my Patreon for all my latest reactions to all my latest videos. And let's do this thing, y'all. They're still here.
Critic, what you got there?
Well, I'm reviewing the Garfield movie today.
Bill Murray Abomination or Chris Pratt Abomination?
The obviously animated one.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
I have that.
I'm a huge Garfield fan. I was by bringing this in.
What's so special about that?
When I was just 10 years old, I saved $30 of my allowance to buy this figurine. You know how much it's worth now?
20.
Some as low as 15, but that doesn't matter. What matters is this is the earliest thing I can remember saving money for.
What does that have to do with the movie?
By holding on to this, I show I not only loved Garfield back then, but I still love him now. Sure, $30 in a bank account isn't huge now.
I think any money in a bank account is huge now.
But to 10-year-old me, this was a big deal.
Yeah,
and by
Trump.
keeping it all these years later, it proves I am the ultimate Garfield fan.
That must be an amazing honor for someone as white as you.
It is now. It is. And as the ultimate Garfield fan, my opinion matters most about this movie.
Well, we set our lines for the review.
Yeah, maybe Walter has a cameo for us or something.
Do I?
Do you?
No.
No.
Hello?
Hello, I'm Melissa Cruz, and I'm watching your show.
How? I'm still in the middle of making it.
You see, I'm the ultimate Garfield fan.
Oh.
Look, lady, I'm sure you're very passionate, but I have a figurine from when I was 10 years old. What do you have?
Everything.
34 years trying
Yeah.
to get in the Guinness Book of Records.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this picture. This is the very first newspaper clipping. I had one with 15,000.
Oh my
I got
God.
this in the mail, and I didn't even know how he knew it was my 50th birthday. And he drew a Garfield for me, and it says, "Hi, Marixa." I went to the Garfield cruise, the bidding. I never
What?
saw the paddle. I just kept the paddle up, and everybody was saying, "Let her have it, let her have it." So I actually made this. It took me 3 years because I was sewing it by hand. I mean, I've been collecting for 43 years. I had this custom made.
And before she finishes the whole thing, I bet she's got a bunch of those Garfield figurines that he has.
That's Jim Davis' best friend, Dean Young. It holds keys. These are cells. This is what got me kicked out of the Garfield Club. These are
What?
all new. Do you like to see collections of watches?
I want that bomb.
Target. I have a whole Garfield comic collection. I know nobody has this. I didn't even know his name, but I know the Jim Davis signature, so I had to have that. I have the whole football collection. This is way out there. I got this
Seriously?
on eBay. I don't know what to say.
Where were you wrong, Doug? Even a Garfield towel. What the?
For some people, Garfield means quite a bit to them. Well, sure, some people see him as getting too commercial over the years. There's some of us that, no matter what, will always have a soft spot for the orange butterball. Since its creation back in the 70s, Garfield has represented, let's say, a playfully gentle cynicism. He's not aggressively pessimistic like Steve Dallas in Bloom County, but he's not obnoxiously optimistic like anyone in current family circus. He captures a lot of contradictions Americans see in themselves, such as working energetically hard to be fat and lazy, acting pompously above others despite being childishly immature, laughing at the pain of others while showing they still mean a lot to him. And seeing how we're coming up on 50 years of this character still being relevant, it's safe to say through all his ups and downs, he has staying power. And much of this is, and isn't represented, in the Garfield movie. Despite being released in 2024, the Garfield movie was being talked about long before due to the surprising casting choice of Chris Pratt as the title character. And this was after another strange casting choice with him playing the lead in the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
But that actually
That
worked.
choice people slowly warmed up to. This one somehow managed to be even odder.
It
The
doesn't.
director of 2 out of 3 good films. There wasn't much excitement around this movie due to the
Yeah,
bizarre
fuck Chicken
casting
Little.
choice and rather generic advertising. And the audience reaction seemed to be, could have been worse. The Garfield movie could have been Garfield the movie. And while I guess I agree, I will say there's things in this film that, as a Garfield fan, I thought were closer to what Garfield is than other iterations we've been getting recently.
Really?
But then there's other things like Harvey Gilliam literally hired just to bark as Odie. Is he
Harvey
really
Gilliam?
getting typecast as dumb dog sidekicks to orange cats? While many choices missed the mark, some hit some real bullseyes for
Don't.
diehard fans, of which I thought I was a part of. Thus, I still have thoughts about this flick, and I'm gonna share them with you today. So even if I'm not the most qualified,
Hey, Critic, if you're having trouble in there, you can always use the Garfield Metamucil.
oh,
Ew.
let's take a look at
Ew. Is that real?
the film of Garfield ordering food on an app.
Let's see. Open the app. A double pepperoni pizza.
It doesn't sound.
That sure sounds like Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, you should use the current voice actor, but even if you did want a celebrity, how about H. John Benjamin, Nick Offerman?
Oh
Just off the top
God,
of
that'd
my
be
head. They
perfect.
would match so much better while also
H.
adding
John
their own
Benjamin.
spin. This Garfield voice is huge.
H. John Benjamin doesn't have the staying power of Chris Pratt. It's because he was in the damn Marvel movies. That's it. No, and they think they can capitalize on that just by starring Chris frickin' Pratt. Oh, Chris Pratt fatigue, everybody.
Really distracting. Mostly because he goes back and forth between a weak impression of Lorenzo music,
Huh? What? Who said that? Thank you, good sir. Your kindness will be rewarded.
and then randomly dropping it just to use his regular voice.
I apologize in advance. The eating you're about to see will not be pretty.
It's like if you hire me to voice Marlon Brando and I was like, I'll make him an offer he can if you ask her it. I'm Marlon Brando.
Yeah, right?
3D model. I guess I can't say it looks bad, especially compared to past versions, but
Oh, God.
it's hard to say it looks that good either. And this is surprising because a lot of the film actually captured a lot of the Jim Davis art style really well. It kind of has the vibe of that Peanuts movie that came out years ago.
Yeah.
In a good way. It seems to know what to add detail to and what to keep simple. It's so good that the only Garfield character that looks off is Garfield. I
Yeah.
think part of it is they couldn't figure out how detailed to make the fur, and his yellow upper lip was never meant to match mouth movements in 2D or 3D. I know
Yeah.
it's always how he's animated now, but it just never looked right to me. People argue it just doesn't make sense to have him use thought bubbles anymore. And that's why it's used in the avenue nobody associates with Garfield, the comic strip.
Wait here, Junior. I'll be right back.
We get a flashback to the first day Garfield met John, which, by the way, with all the baby spin-off shows in the 80s, how did this never get one? As the father says, he'll be right back, but never returns. This causes him to look around and stumble across John in an Italian restaurant. And like that, a Photoshop artist said, hey, what if John's just nuts?
You want a little more?
Well,
Sound like a broken record, but when Garfield's not talking, it is a lot better. John is voiced by another strange casting choice, Nicholas Hoult.
Well, that's
What?
an interesting dinner. But I can't have pets in my apartment.
I don't know what kind of voice, but ironically, just his regular voice would have been fine.
1A! 1A! 1A!
But he finds he just can't let him go.
Oh.
Hey, send him down here! Fat floats! It all
Floats!
He decides to adopt Garfield and move into a new home where he also adopts a dog named Odie. They partake in some standard but still amusing Garfield fare,
And that's why we should go from Sunday to Tuesday.
and occasionally a joke that Clearly someone senile grandmother came up with and they promised to put in.
What? Cat flicks? Oh, God.
Okay, maybe it's a bit more than occasional.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like a small percent of this movie stole jokes from Aristocats' Mother's Day cards. It doesn't match the rest of the humor at all. But then other jokes feel right out of the best and weirdest of the Garfield Saturday morning cartoon.
I think I was meant to be here tonight because I was meant to meet you.
I think we were meant to be.
That's what I meant to say.
You had me at the word meant.
Ah, a Canadian production. We'll take care of John as long as he doesn't know about it.
You saw nothing.
Except the product placement. Be sure you saw that.
Sony.
What are we feeling like?
I didn't even see that.
Italian, Chinese.
Product placements. Man, they have the market on big-eyed nostalgic animals that walk on two legs. Suddenly they're approached by two dogs, again really borrowing from Davis's darker imagery, who kidnap them from their home. Yeah, it's a mall. We'll assume it's closed.
I think this is a case of mistaken identity.
They're hung up high above the ground when another cat named Vic, voiced by Samuel L. Jackson, sneaks in to rescue.
Hey, Junior, this is Vic, my father.
Ah, so Garfield's half-black cat. You wouldn't make that joke if you were me.
Half black. Is it even black?
We're introduced to the mastermind behind this abduction, a fiendish feline named Jinx, played by Hannah Waddingham.
Oh, I scratched and clawed my way through hard times to come here.
Boy, this movie really likes its kitten flashbacks, doesn't it?
I guess so.
She reveals she was a fallen star who Vic took in his family, but during a milk heist she got left behind. Once she escaped, she spent all her time trying to track him down.
When I discovered you were his son, I had no choice but to kidnap you, to lure him here.
No, it's all part of being associated with Vic.
Yeah, you may notice Garfield kind of feels like a side character in his own movie.
Really? I don't know
Comment
that.
on stuff, but the focus clearly seems to be on Vic and Jinx, which maybe I'd be more forgiving of if his commentary was funny.
Pay back the quart of milk I lost that night.
I can do that. What he can't do is raise a child.
Just 1 quart.
Just 1 quart. Done. Done.
Every day I was in the pub.
Nice twist. Well played.
It's like somebody's in funny live tweeting suddenly became a main character. In a film where he's supposed to be the main character.
Where am I gonna find that much milk?
I suggest you go back to the place you double-crossed me.
She gives them all 3 days to get the milk from the Lactose Farm where she was abandoned. Again, lumping Garfield into the mix because there should probably be Garfield in a Garfield movie. See, shit like that is when the movie really works and feels like Garfield. And then other scenes.
That don't make sense.
Why?
John realizes Garfield and Odie are gone.
That's funny.
And Trey Evanson for gibberish to the gear to go.
What do I press to talk to a real person?
I'm just ignoring his annoying voice and admiring the Binky cameo. Oh my god, it'd be amazing if he was the one, the sewer. The train to the milk bar.
We need to toughen you up. You've obviously never been in an Olive Garden that's run out of breadsticks.
Yeah, can this restaurant take the money it uses on product placement and put into creating actual good food?
Yeah.
Hey, Critic.
I know,
are
me
you
too.
Sure you're okay?
I'm fine, I'm not intimidated, my opinion matters less or anything.
Well, if you need a good laugh, I framed some concept art for a Garfield bathroom.
Oh, God!
That's real, baby.
Brother, you have to try to not have chemistry with Samuel L. Jackson. Hell, even Captain Marvel had her only good scenes with Samuel L. Jackson. But Chris Pratt as Garfield is absorbing none of that.
You can't make up for 5 years of not being around.
I think I can.
In fact, you can.
Yes, I can.
You really can.
With your attitude, I can.
You worked better off the shark that ate him in Deep Blue Sea. Get the Lactose Farms where they plan to steal the milk, and because the story wasn't complicated enough, they actually introduce another subplot.
Is that Otto? He's one of the mascots of Lactose Farms.
The farm's mascot, a bull named Otto, played by Ving Rhames, is separated from his true love, a cow named Ethel.
A few years back, old man Lactose was forced
Ving
out of
Rhames
business. Separated me from my Ethel.
The funny thing is, between Ving Rhames' acting and his design, I love the way he uses his broken horn as a cane. I actually do like him quite a bit.
Oh, yeah?
Like most of the plots in this, it comes out of nowhere. We got a cat and his owner story, a father-son story, a revenge story, a heist story, and now a rescue/love story. Maybe it's a Nicholas Hoult thing. Every film he's in has got to have 80 plots going on.
Or get you a commemorative pin. Where are we gonna find a commemorative pin?
They plan to break into the farm to not only get the milk, but also save Ethel.
You are the majestic bullfrog. You are the curious and clever chipmunk. And you are roadkill.
Well,
What?
somebody got an early peek at the critic scores.
Feels disrespectful.
What makes you think he's dead?
I have eyes and can see.
They're masters at playing
Said
dead.
Little Daniel Ray
roadkill.
Possum here should do Shakespeare in the park.
Possums play dead.
Oh, do they all?
The electrical room. Pop the grate. You will need to hurl your body over a 30-foot drop to a series of hand runs.
Is it wrong to say I'd rather watch a movie based on these three animals?
That sounds like bad
I'm
guys.
gonna come back to life.
Can I switch to something living, like the snail or the cricket?
Come on, we know you're building it up. Come on, come on.
You give Vic the majestic bullfrog. You give Odie the curious and clever chipmunk.
Yeah, you're already way too long. It's not gonna be a surprise at this point. Just can you speed it up?
Things aren't always what they seem.
You're right, but in this case, they are.
What's the big deal?
Really assuming we're not thinking ahead on this, huh? All right. Can't wait to be shocked by the twist.
Hey!
Yeah,
Too late.
he's alive.
Otto says our heroes have to be trained before they pull off this mission. Oh my god, can we just skip to the break-in already?
Toes on the line. Guard your grill.
Jeez, what?
Sounds like someone's making excuses.
Doesn't even sound like Samuel L. Jackson.
Okay, some of the slapstick is damn good. As Odie continues to be more like Woodstock, being logical and resourceful than, well, Odie.
Yeah, what?
He ties them together until they learn to get along, and Vic finally reveals what happened that night Garfield was abandoned. He told them to wait while he himself waited for a long time to get food. But when he returned, it looked like John already found him.
I came to knock on your door, and I'd see what a great life you had with John, so I just kept my distance.
Lord knows John wouldn't adopt another pet, so what
Yes,
chance does
seriously, what?
Stinks calls Lactose Farm Security to alert them of the upcoming break-in.
Concerned citizen intent on fulfilling my civic responsibility.
But to be fair, they can assume, like, it's not his fault that he just assumed that, really. You know, he wanted him to be happy at the end of the day.
As well as
Meow, 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 meow.
Again, pretty good joke.
What?
Again?
concerned citizen intent on fulfilling my civic responsibility, as well as
meow, meow, meow.
Alright, yeah.
Played by Cecily Strong has a cat translator.
There will be an attempt to make off with one of your milk trucks tomorrow.
Okay, even for Garfield, that feels too lazy. They use acorns as earpieces.
Gold Eagle the Chipmunk. Do you copy?
Okay, correction. That's too lazy. And they sneak inside.
Jiminy Davis, the perp is a cat.
Son of a Watterson, the Schultz about to hit the fan.
They make their way through the world's most violent cheese factory.
Yeah.
Getting way too competent for his character. And his father says they're confronted by Marge, though.
Well, you're looking for these, aren't you? Never
Aren't
a dull
ya?
moment at this dairy, is there, Margie?
You can't sound threatening.
Because her name is Marge, she should sound like Margie from Fargo.
Yeah, is that her name?
Dorman, Bill Murray said her husband wrote the first film. Or maybe she was too busy playing this character for the first time.
Yeah. Yo, that's actually really weird. She did play her, but she put on a pretty good French accent. But yeah, I had to be told that was her from Fargo. What?
Sorry about this.
Vic seems to toss them at Marge and makes her run for it, causing the two of them to get caught.
Jinx, why are you here? I was bringing this to you.
Really?
That's what we agreed to, right?
He asked that like even he's trying to remember all the plots to the movie. Jinx admits this was all a ploy to get sent to the pound, but that didn't work. Yeah, I feel like there's a million easier ways that could have been done. So she decides to get her revenge another way. Meanwhile, Garfield talks about the heartbreak of his father abandoning him to another cat played by Snoop Dogg. Do I even need to point out the obvious things here?
He leave job just to go see his kid. He said he wanted to check up on him.
You all fell for another one of Vic's lies, because that's what he does best.
How come my cat don't want me, man? It turns out Garfield has a collar under his double chin. Alright, that's a clever joke. And this allows John to find him. Garfield discovers when he gets back home, though, that Vic found a spot to keep an eye on him for all those years.
Oh.
Wow, he made a mark every time he was thankful he ditched me.
He knew that Jinx wasn't gonna let him off the hook, but if we got caught, we'd get sent to the pound, and John would come to get us.
That's why he didn't want us befriending the farm animals.
on,
Always end up
Chris
taking
Pratt.
over half the show.
Garfield and
Save
friends.
my dad.
Garfield decides to save Vic by looking at Jinx's plan on the wall.
Mama Leone's.
Mama Leone's?
She's a monster.
Well, it's no Olive Garden. He's gonna get tossed out of a train, so Garfield and Odie call Otto to help out.
If I don't make it back,
Tell my story.
Leave out the cannibalism. People must never know I can get that hungry. He uses a bunch of delivery drones to fight them off.
Really?
Okay, I always love hearing the Top Gun theme, but comedically, is it worth the licensing fee?
Yeah, is it?
Jones can only do so much.
Yeah, in case you were wondering, I do my own stunts. Me and Tom Cruise.
You know, maybe they can capture the current comic strip. Sometimes funny, most of the time lame. I will say this climax is pretty fun. A lot of the slapstick is well planned out, and sometimes it even takes a second to realize what's going on.
The net's too tight! The net is too tight! I heard!
It really is like they saved the best bits for the end, like the weird way the dogs switch sides.
I even spoke with this ridiculous accent to make you feel more at home. But no more! I'm New York, loud and proud.
What?
Jones does, and doesn't have everything planned out. Even the odd visual that saves the day.
What?
Brace yourselves!
Yeah, right?
Yeah, this resolution.
Seriously.
And after they defeat the villain, it somehow manages to get even stranger.
The package?
It is.
Vader?
No one will come looking for her.
I burned her paperwork.
I would love for someone clicking through channels to stumble across this scene and try to figure out what the hell is going on.
I don't even know what's
Save
going on.
it, Cat Fancy. The boys told me everything.
I'm just here to remind you I am an orange cat and I was not in this review. And I'm here to remind you a talking cat with lip movements looks weird.
Yes!
He's reunited with his love, and Victory connects with his son, even though he feels like he doesn't belong in this world.
I just want to say
I'm sorry. What are you sorry for?
Having more subplots than a Tolkien novel.
Well,
Vic seems to leave, but Garfield puts together he was going to the same spot he always watched him. Almost creepy, but overall sweet.
Those notches show how much you love me.
Nah, I was just counting how many slices of lasagna you ate.
I'm just keeping count how many product placements we still got coming up.
You still KFC, cat flicks.
Cat videos there are to remind you, you like cats. Please like us.
Really?
With Asana, you can manage any kind of work, from project intake to campaign management to strategic planning.
What's going on?
Alright, I gotta come clean.
You didn't even flush.
Look, I've been hiding in there because I thought I was the biggest Garfield fan, but after seeing all this, I know I'm not even close. I'm not worthy to talk about this movie. That honor should go to you.
Well, all right. I love the baby Garfield there. He is so cute. I like that relationship about the father going out of his way to protect his son, sacrifice himself to be without him. I think that was the best part. At the end, when Garfield uses John's card to order a bunch of drones, all that money spent, I don't understand. It's a cartoon, and I was just thinking, wow, all that money he spent, because it was over 1,000 drones that he ordered. I don't know why I worry about a cartoon spending money. But it was a good movie. I liked it.
Well done.
Give her a review show.
Garfield fan.
Critic, when you were a kid, you saved up for that little figurine.
Oh Christ, you have 3?
But that was all the money you had. And you kept it all these years. In my book, that makes you just as big a fan.
Aw,
Yeah, never thought of it like that.
that was nice.
Alright, here are my thoughts. The film doesn't work, but there are more things in it that keep to the spirit of Garfield than I thought there would be. Compared to the original 2
Oh,
films,
yes!
years beyond.
Ooh.
The fact that it's openly animated this time,
Garbage.
trying to look quote-unquote realistic, and the fact that it is slapsticky and embraces not just the Jim Davis style, but also a fair amount of Easter eggs, does show there was a fair amount of effort and understanding that went into this. The majority of jokes don't land, though. There's too much story crammed into it, and several of the voices, especially Pratt's, just don't match. However, if you are a Garfield fan at heart, there will be things you enjoy about it. Now, I kind of forgot how much I enjoyed this art style. Even if it is adapting 2D to 3D, it still seems to understand what makes the 2D elements stand out and utilizes them. The whole thing doesn't come together, but whether you're a Garfield fan on a bigger scale or a smaller scale, chances are there's going to be at least a few moments you'll appreciate.
Okay.
There, don't you feel better?
Yeah, I do. Thanks for that.
Come on, I'll give you a ride home in the Garfield mobile.
Oh, no.
What is that, like an old Pinto or something? You need to get out more.
Okay, walk.
Ha!
I hate Wednesdays.
meet you.
I think we were meant to be.
That's what I meant to say.
You had me at the word meant.
Mwah. I gotta admit, it was kind of cute. It was. Not something I would watch personally. Again, I've never really been that big of a fan of Garfield. I just like to watch him sometimes. Garfield and Friends, I think that's what I watch the most. And yeah, but even still, not even as that big a fan, I was still insulted by the Garfield 1 and 2 movies. Like, ugh. I really honestly should do them next. Comment down below if you want me to review them next, to do both of those reviews. I honestly should have done the Fantastic Four reviews as well for the new Fantastic Four movie, but whatever. Maybe when Doug does the review. But anyway, please smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content, and subscribe if you think I deserve it. And remember, it's time for my Patreon for all my latest reactions, some of my latest videos. And I'll see you all in the next episode.